Hello and welcome. In today's case study, we are going to explore a fascinating and highly relevant question. Can an AI outperform a Wall Street analyst? We'll be deconstructing the prompts and methodology behind a groundbreaking academic study that tested an AI's ability to perform financial statement analysis, and the results, as we will see, have significant implications for the future of our profession. Here is our path for today's session. We'll begin by defining the core research question the study aimed to answer. We'll then examine the experimental design and see how the researchers created a fair test for the AI. We will look at the two types of prompts they used, a simple prompt and a more sophisticated expert prompt. We will deconstruct that expert prompt to see how it uses the chain of thought pattern we've discussed. We will then review the stunning results and see how the AI's performance compared to professional human analysts. Finally, we'll discuss the key takeaways and what this means for the future of financial analysis. The researchers set out to test a simple but profound question. Can a large language model, given only the numerical data from financial statements, predict the direction of a company's future earnings? To create a fair test and prevent the AI from cheating, they did two crucial things. First, they anonymized all the data, removing company names and replacing years with relative labels like T and T1. This prevents the AI from simply relying on its memory of news articles or past stock performance. Second, they standardized the format of all financial statements, ensuring the AI was analyzing the numbers themselves, not just recognizing a company by the unique structure of its reports. This created a true blind test where the AI had to perform genuine financial statement analysis. The authors of the study tested two very different prompting strategies to see how the level of instruction would impact the AI's performance. The first was a simple prompt. This was a zero-shot prompt where they simply provided the standardized financial statements and asked the model to predict whether earnings would increase or decrease. This approach gave the AI no guidance on how to perform the analysis. The second was a chain of thought prompt. This was a much more sophisticated prompt that used the patterns we've been learning in this course. It instructed the AI to mimic the step-by-step process of a human financial analyst, and as we'll see, this prompt was the key to the study's most impressive results. Let's deconstruct the expert prompt that the authors used. It was essentially a recipe that combined a persona with a chain of thought pattern. It instructed the AI to perform a clear sequence of analytical steps. First, it set the persona, act as a financial analyst. Then, it laid out the tasks. Task 1 was trend analysis, asking the AI to identify notable changes in the financial statement items. Task 2 was ratio analysis, instructing the AI to compute key ratios, state the formulas first, perform the calculations, and then provide economic interpretations. Finally, Task 3 was synthesis and prediction, where the AI was asked to use all the insights from its analysis to predict the direction of future earnings and provide a rationale. This prompt doesn't just ask for an answer. It forces the AI to perform a structured analysis and to show its work. So, what happened when the researchers compared the AI's performance to that of professional Wall Street analysts? The results were stunning. The human analysts' consensus forecasts were correct about 53% of the time. The AI, using the simple prompt, performed slightly worse at about 52% accuracy. However, the AI using the chain of thought prompt achieved an accuracy of approximately 60%, which was significantly better than the human analysts. The conclusion is clear. When given a structured, expert-level prompt that forces it to think step by step, the AI was able to outperform the average human financial analyst, even without any narrative information or industry context. This leads to the obvious question. Why was the AI so successful? The researchers investigated this and found two key things. First, its performance was not due to memory. Through a series of tests, they confirmed that the AI could not guess the company or the year from the anonymized data. Its performance was based on genuine analysis, not a look-ahead bias. Second, it generated its own valuable insights. The researchers found that the narrative analysis the AI produced during its chain of thought process, the trend and ratio analysis, contained enough information on its own to predict future earnings with nearly the same accuracy as the AI's final prediction. The key insight here is that the chain of thought prompt forced the AI to generate its own high-quality intermediate analysis, which then became the basis for its superior final prediction. Let's conclude with what this means for you as future business leaders. First, this study proves that prompting is a strategic skill. The difference between a 52% and a 60% success rate wasn't the AI model, it was the quality of the prompt. How you ask the question directly determines the quality of the answer. Second, process matters. For complex tasks, don't just ask for the final answer. Use chain of thought to force the AI to perform a step-by-step analysis. This improves accuracy and gives you a transparent audit trail of its reasoning. Third, this shows that AI can be an analyst, not just an assistant. With the right prompting, AI can move beyond simple tasks to perform sophisticated, expert-level analysis. And finally, the future is human plus machine. The study also found that the AI and human analysts had different strengths and weaknesses. The most powerful approach in the future will likely involve a human expert leveraging the analytical power of AI, with a human providing the strategic oversight and context that the machine lacks.